you will automatically get a choice card if you're not paying attention. And I just jot down the name because I don't mess around when I'm recording, because other people are going to be watching it later on. Okay? They just showed on Channel 1 today, I mean just a few minutes ago, they showed those robots that are recording inside the classroom for people that can't be there or people that are homeschooling. That downfall of that technology is, like they said on Channel 1, it costs between $6,000 and $16,000 to have those little robots going around recording what's going on. I'm going to try to make most of my lessons when I do it on the iPad or on YouTube 9 minutes or less. Okay, so I can just say, this gives me time to go over what I need to go over, and it gives you time to kind of take some notes and say, okay, this is what I need to mention in all of my classes. Okay, this year we have not just 7 classes, really 8 with Core Explore. Okay, and this goes for all of my classes, even technology and Core Explore. They all are based around these 10 things, or 11 when you have the other category, and then everything else expands off of that. Okay, so in other words, top up here it says marketing, chapters 1 and 2. Okay, from the text, chapters 1 and 2 for 7th graders. Okay, 8th graders we go on, there's 43 or 44 chapters. We pick other chapters that are interesting to us, and not everybody has to do the same one. Okay, some people will decide, hey, I really want to do a unit on advertising, maybe make print advertisements or make TV ads or radio. And there's always room for improvement. Okay, you can then not only make the ads, but you can talk about the differences between them. So if we're doing technology, we might use the iPad to make a TV commercial or to make a radio commercial, and then kind of go in and learn how to use iMovie to edit it. Okay? The marketing, like I said, just that alone, there's an entire chapter in the book on marketing technology. Marketing using eBay, or marketing making your own website, or maybe a YouTube video or something along that way, where you're implementing technology into that. Much technology now goes into marketing, so much that lots of times when you order something, you order it online, and it might even be where human hands never touch it. The computer just says, hey, they're ordering 1 maybe bicycle handlebars of this style. The robots get it, put it in a box, and many times human hands might not even touch it. In fact, the good part of that is it costs them less at the manufacturing and the distribution, but on the other hand, jobs are lost because of it. Okay, so marketing, we usually always start with marketing, and then go down, do a little unit on flight. We have the little flight booklet. The minimum you do is read the few pages of the flight booklet. The most you could do, get your pilot's license. I have at least 5, I counted, former students who are either getting their pilot's license or have them now. Okay? 2 of them are my own kids. And I try to set other kids up with, if they have an interest in flight, I say, okay, there's a scholarship available from the Experimental Aircraft Association. There is a group that helps introduce kids to flight by taking them flying, and so on and so forth. Okay, then you could also get into the technology behind flying. You know, even in your lifetime, like I think it was last year, that the Red Bull guy, that Fearless Felix, jumped out of the balloon and went faster than the speed of sound, parachuted up, or I guess he took a balloon up and outside the atmosphere, jumped through, the atmosphere and traveled faster than the speed of sound. I believe there were some glitches though, like he didn't actually hear the sound barrier broken because he wasn't in the atmosphere yet or something. I can't remember. I read some details on that. Okay, the automotive booklet. Some of this you say, I just want to learn the basics. Some, I want to take it to the next level and learn, you know, maybe not only automotive like gas, air, and spark and the four-stroke engine, the four strokes of it. Raise your hand if you can tell me the four strokes of a four-stroke engine. Four-stroke engine, the four steps or strokes: intake, compression, power, exhaust. ICPE. Intake, stroke, compression, power, exhaust. That's the minimum everyone should know. And they should know the three things an engine, internal combustion engine, needs to run: gas, air, and spark. It spells out gas, G-A-S. Okay? Not only for a car, but for your lawnmower, your weed eater, your motorcycle, snowmobile, four-wheeler, whatever. I'd like to see kids, I have a whole bunch of little gas engines over in the shop. Some of them I just have kids take apart and put back together. In my shop class, we had to take it apart, put it back together, and then our grade was determined on how many pulls the teacher took to start the engine. So if, you know, start on the first try, you got an A, and after that your grade went down on how many pulls it took. So we knew little secrets like putting a little extra gas inside the cylinder to have prime it so it'd fire faster. Okay? Hey, moving on down, web page design. You know, that used to be a pretty unique thing for kids to have a web page, and they used to, wow, this is just amazing. I have my own web page. I would even let them host it off of my Who Pitch website. But that costs a lot of money to host a website and even to pay for the vanity domain name whopitch.com. I got to pay for that. In fact, I have to make a payment by October 8th or they drop the website. Now almost everyone can have a free website through, you know, Facebook or MySpace or, you know, any of those. So that's not as big of a deal anymore. It used to be a real big deal to even put a picture up on the website. You know, it was kind of hard to do. Now you just hit, whoop, like this. I'll just hit a button that says upload to YouTube. It'll be there. Okay? Next, iMovie. Has anyone done any editing on iMovie? iMovie. Real easy to do. Video editing. You can add music to it. You can add transitions, texts. You know, almost always before you upload a movie to the internet, you edit it. Now, this is the exception. This one I'll just put it up there and it's done. But normally you always edit it first. Okay? Now, mechanical drawing. In the book, it's chapters 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8. And, you know, here again, we will always look at and say, how does technology play into this? I will give you guys a sheet to fill out where you can put on there technology you would like to explore. Okay? And some of it, you know, will be like you have to make an Excel spreadsheet. I just bought a sheet up here that is like kind of like cheat codes and hints for doing Excel. I'm going to put that closer here. Have any of you guys made an Excel spreadsheet? Okay, 1 or 2, 3 people. Okay, that's a real easy thing to do where you can make an Excel spreadsheet, and this, you know, really this is, we don't have a book for that. This is all we really need. This little flyer. And I bought this over at LCSC at their bookstore for $5 or $6, I guess, wow, $8.95. But if you do a lot in Excel, like I do all my roll sheets and everything on Excel, this is priceless. Okay. I also do my ordering, so I know how much stuff to order for the shop through Excel, and that way it keeps track of how many sheets of sandpaper I have and how many I need for the year, how many coping saw blades I have and how many I need, how many bandsaw blades, and automatic tallies them. Okay, next up here, mechanical drawing. That's with the T-square and triangle. Generic CAD. I guarantee you, no one in any of my classes